So I'm on the bus. It's my usual Tuesday night trip home from the youth council. Best day of the week, Tuesday, the day I look forward to more than any other. We had a good session tonight too. It's always good. Good to be amongst friends. Good to be around people who care, to belong. We talked about jobs again, our ambitions, what we were hoping for, what opportunities were around. Jack told everyone about his new placement, a job on a building site. I was pleased for him. Course I was. That's brilliant, Jack, I said. Really brilliant. And I meant it too. Jobs around here are like hen's teeth, so getting an apprenticeship is great for him. It's what he's wanted for ages, what we've both wanted ever since we did our work experience together, to learn the building trade. One day, we're both going to build our own house, I said to Tony, my youth worker, tonight. It's not impossible. At least not for Jack. Everything's a piece of cake to him. Tony smiled. He believes in us, and he knows I meant no disrespect about Jack. Honestly, I am happy for him. He's a mate. It's just I can't help wishing that I could just click my fingers like him and make everything happen. I closed my eyes and imagined myself on the same building site as Jack, carrying the stonework, building walls, seeing the house grow brick by brick. It's a good thought, and I keep it there for a minute. Lucky Jack, I think, taking a breath and resting back in my seat as the bus trundles along. For me, everything is a struggle. Ever since I got my qualifications last year, I've been looking for work. But I keep getting passed from pillar to post. No one wants to take me on. I've got the abilities. It's just all the insurance rubbish that gets in the way. Jack's boss would have taken me on. Then he said, Dan, we've got one big hurdle to jump, the insurance. It's too expensive. If I took you on and there was an accident, I'd be out of a job. That's the trouble being me. There's difficulties at every turn. It's like the other chance I got. The job sounded good, but the bus journey was so difficult. I had to forget it. And I've been waiting forever, it seems, to hear about another placement. If I could just get a date. I cross my fingers and hope something comes of it, because even though I'm on benefits, I want to work. I try not to think what it will be like when I've got to leave the youth council. I don't ever want to leave the youth council. I want to stay on. But you get to a certain age when you're told you're too old to belong anymore. Too old. Doesn't make sense to me. What if I still need them? What if I don't get summit by then and I'm out of a placement, out of work? A right mess, that's what I'll be in if that happens. I'll have no one to help, no youth workers to look out for me. A bit like now on the bus. It's lurching to a stop, the screech of brakes is in my ears, and I open my eyes again because I need to take care of myself. We're at the high street. Some of the shop fronts have closing down signs. A pile of rubbish bags has been piled up outside, paper cups and packaging spilling out. As the bus doors scrape open downstairs, I hear the shuffle of feet and girls giggling. My body tenses, but they don't come upstairs and my muscles relax a little. Top deck is my favourite spot. I always sit up here if I can, right at the front, where I get a good view, where I can keep out of everyone's way. Everyone except those girls who got on a few weeks back. That's the problem with being on the bus at night. It isn't that safe for young people. Stuff happens. In my head, I can see the girls' faces, their red lips and angry mouths accusing me of all sorts, calling me names. If they get on at the next stop, I'm not sure what I'll do. Dad and me, we've tried the police already, asked if they could put an officer on the bus. But all they said was, we're going to struggle with that. We haven't got the manpower anymore. Cutbacks everywhere. That's the trouble. Anyway, in the end, the police said they'd look at the CCTV, see who they were, try and name and shame them. They can't do much else because of their age. My stomach churns at the thought of another confrontation with the girls. I asked the driver to help, but all he said was, "What do you want me to do? I've got a big bus to control." He's got a point. What can he do? Bus fares don't cover crowd control. Mind you, they should at the price. Junior fares are going up, £5 each way soon. That's a lot of money when you don't have it. Anyway, truth is, trying to set up a safety scheme on the bus is a joke. The MPs aren't going to do it for us, are they? Cutbacks, axing everything, that's all they talk about. I think about the youth council and hope it doesn't go the same way, because it's been a lifeline. Like tonight. We had a good chat, all of us. Think I did a lot of the talking as usual. People say I can talk forever, and I suppose they're right, I do. We have a laugh, all of us, me, Jack and some of the others. We've known each other for years, since we all started at the youth club. We've been on trips to Alton Towers, that kind of thing, but even those are being cut back. Trouble is, half the time people don't turn up, which doesn't help. I'm not talking about you two, says Tony, pointing at me and Jack. It's the rest of you. Yeah, you say you want to come, but then you don't flaming turn up. You're like a dead person. You're there 1 minute, then the day after you don't bother coming back. Even the Duke of Edinburgh's been slashed. I had until I was 24 to do that. I love the thought of camping out, going on a trek, fending for myself. Only the other day, Dad was talking about my cousin going on his gold Duke of Edinburgh expedition over in Snowdonia. It's easy for him. Nice house, nice school, nice life. Every young person should be given the same opportunities that he has, but nothing's easy, not for people like me and Jack. The bus is coming to my stop. The journey seems to have passed more quickly than usual. Suppose I've been putting the world to rights, and luckily there has been no trouble, none at all. There's been no sign of those girls, the bullies. Maybe less of the lucky Jack and more of the lucky Dan, I think. I struggle to my feet, grab hold of the pole and straighten up. The tenseness that was in my body earlier has completely gone, and I've started to think of a possibility. Perhaps I can stay on at the youth council when I'm older and help out. Joining that was one of the best things I've done in my life, and I'm not going to just give up on it. Maybe with some of the other youth workers, I can fight the cutbacks. I wonder if Jack can help too, when he's not working on the building site. Lucky Jack, I think again. Maybe he can help me when my turn comes, because like I said to Tony, it's not impossible. There's a protest march coming up, Tony said tonight. What if we went to that as a group? That's what the youth council does, brings people together. People before profit, that's what Tony says, and he's right. I can see it now, me with my megaphone, telling the crowds what's important for young people like us. Actually, I might not need a megaphone. Talking's what I'm good at, and if anyone is going to get heard, it'll be me. I can see the end of my street out of the bus window, and I remember the times Dad used to come and meet me. I imagine him standing there by the side of the road, smiling. The park, with its swings and playing fields, is still visible behind. It's not as dark as it's been around this time recently. Spring is on its way, and it's good to get home when it's light. There's even time to start making a banner. Say no to cutbacks. And I'm going to tell everyone, loud and clear.